Hey, it's Tay of Tay's Crochets, and I'm going to show you how I went from this to this in less than 1 hour with just a few items. So I used one skein, almost a full skein of this Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick yarn in the colorway Pumpkin. I used a 9mm crochet hook from Clover, Amour, and I used, this is not optional, you have to have these little unicorn, no, I'm just joking, but these are my favorite little unicorn scissors, and also a darning needle. So with these items, I crocheted this hat in less than 1 hour, and I'm going to show you how right now. This particular tutorial is geared towards crocheters who already have a basic knowledge of it and who know how to do half double crochet in the back loop only. I will be having a series where I go step by step, beginning with what yarn to use, what hook to choose, how to hold the yarn, and so on. But for right now, this is just to kind of lay out the specifics for this particular beanie. So I use the yarn from the center, not from the outside, I will say that. And I start with the slip knot, and with my 9mm crochet hook, I'm going to make a chain of 26. Now, for this particular hat, I did do a chain of 31. However, this hat is pretty long, and I would rather be a little bit wider. So I'm going to do a chain of 26, and then I'll be right back. But hold on, let me do a little bit. I ain't even been counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I might as well finish. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, now that I have my 26 chains, I'm going to go into the second loop from the hook, and I'm going to do a half double crochet. So I yarned over, through, and that's 1 half double crochet done. So let's see, I don't know if you can see. So I'm just going to go down the line of the loops and do half double crochets in each one. So like I mentioned, if you would like to see me slow this down, have a different camera angle where you can see like exactly what I'm doing, I'm going to have that available. That's what I'm currently working on. But in the meantime, I just wanted to mention that crocheting has been such a blessing to me, like as far as just something to do like with my time that it kind of like adds value. Like I'm working on some art, I'm working on a form of expression. So it's not, I mean, it's a hobby, but it's more a passion, and it's something that I've connected with people with. It's something that has just brought joy. And my favorite thing about crocheting really is when I give surprise gifts. Like when you know me personally, you tell me something specific and I love you, I'm gonna figure out something to crochet for you. And if you haven't got anything yet, you're like, she may not love me. That's not the case. Just give me some time. So I have my last few stitches here, and I did the whole row so that I can show you how to start a new row. So now I did 1 half double crochet along the whole row until I got to the knot where I began. So now I chain 1, turn my work, and I crochet into the back loop only right here, the very first one. So yarn over, go through that back loop, half double crochet, and now I just go back down the line. And instead of continuing to, you know, do this on camera, I'm just going to let you know, because like I said, this is for a crocheter who has already had some experience. All you're going to do is crochet in that back loop only all the way down. Then once you get to the end, this very last V here, you're going to do a half double crochet, and then you're going to chain 1, turn, go back the other way. For this hat, I did it for 22 rows. However, for this hat, since it's going to be a little shorter, I have more yarn to make it wider. So I want to try to get 24, maybe 25, no, 24. But I will be back once I get done with my squarish, rectangle-ish thing, and we'll go from there. Okay, be back. I wanted to show you after 12 rows because I think it's going to end up being 24, but apparently I didn't hit record. So here, this is 14 and a half rows. Excuse me, 13 and a half rows. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and a half. 14 and a half rows. And yes, this, if I could do a full 30 rows, I would love that, but we shall see. This is how much yarn I have left. It's looking a little flat, but yeah, I'll be back and we'll see how this goes. So I was able to get to 26 rows with this yarn. This is what it looks like, and I like to end on an even row, which will mean that the tail is going to be at the opposite end of where you finish up. And this is how much yarn is left. I was not about to squeeze 2 whole rows out of this, so I'm going to stop here. So this is how we turn this. It's definitely a rectangle. The other one was much more square. Into this. Let me show you. So I chain 1, and then I fold in half this way. All right, now all I do is I go into the back loop of the row as if I was going to just do another row, and then I go into the first loop of, ooh, gotcha. I go into this, don't mind me. Okay, now it's just getting ridiculous. I go into that loop, got it. All right, and all I'm going to do is slip stitch. So not double crochet or a half double crochet, I mean, not a single crochet, just a slip stitch. So I just pull through and pull through both. So I'll show you. I go through the back loop here, I go through just the very top loop of the next chain, then I pull through all of them. So I'm just going to go down the line just like that, and I'll show you how to finish it up totally. So I'm just going to time lapse this. Mr. Marble, stop it, baby. He's trying to pull my phone out the charger. Okay, now time lapse. Okay, so I've come to the end right where that initial tail was, so I'm just going to chain 1. Actually, I like to chain 2, and I'm going to leave a pretty long tail here and snip it. Now pull that yarn through. Now this is the final steps to finish off this beanie. Oh, by the way, whew, I almost messed up, boy. So this is the right side. I like the way it looks like this. So in order to cinch the top, I'm going to turn it inside out so that once I crochet it, or excuse me, once I close it, it's going to be cinched this way, and then I'll turn it back the other way for how I want it to look. Oh, snatch the charger out. Mr. Marbles. All right, if my phone dies, I will charge it and come back. Now, so this is pretty thick yarn, but these darning needles are capable. They are capable. So just pull it through like so. Now, all I do is I weave in and out around the hat. I don't do it too close. I just do it like every other stitch. So I just go in, and then I go to another space and I go out. And then I pretty much skip one row and go into a space of another row. And I just weave in and out as such until I get back to that tail. So that's what I'm going to do here. It's very simple, very simple. It's just weaving in and out so we can cinch this close. And some people, when they do this pattern, decide to do it with rows of single crochet and slip stitches at the top to make it a smoother, like flatter look. But I have found that for a chunky beanie, it really, for me, it doesn't make that much of a difference to go that route, me personally. And I am I'm very particular about how my items look when I get done with them, very particular. So yeah, just doing the half double crochet back loop only for me is just fine. And I've made this beanie multiple times, most of them for my cousin Rita from Rita Wraps. She's amazing. She makes bonnets, she makes all kind of custom items, embroidery. But anyway, she gives me a lot of motivation on what to make next. And she came up with a double cuff beanie with chunky yarn. And if you thought this one looked cozy, yeah, that looks extremely cozy. And just like that, I have made it back around to the beginning. So all I do at this point is cinch it tight. Now this is where I really act like you owe me some money or something. I'm gonna take the needle down. So now that this is cinched tight, I take the other yarn. I mean, like I'm holding, the tension is real, okay? Because I want it to be as flat as possible. So I take the other tail, loop it through, tight as you can get it, and pull. Then I do a second knot, loop it through, keeping that tension. Okay, that's so funny. Rita's texting me right now. I spoke you up. Now, my last, or the second to last, I guess, thing I do is I do just a regular knot. Like I do just a regular knot with both tails together. And I keep it very close down to the root. Pull it tight. And I take my mandatory unicorn Technicolor scissors. And I just snip right above the knot, like so. Boop. And now, turn the hat back around, like so. And give it a little cuffy cuff. A little cuff love. Okay. And there you have it. A beanie in less than 1 hour. And just to show you how it would look, these lashes mean this is a lady. Well, you know what? Men usually have the longer eyelashes anyway. But yeah, so this is a small head, but here is this nice cozy beanie. You can make the cuff of it higher up so it can come further down. It is all up to your preference. But yes, I will put the actual timestamps on here of how long it took me today to make this beanie. But yes, this is how the back looks, and this is how it looks from all angles. So yeah, I'm thinking of making another one, and I got the idea from a Facebook group to put a little stem and leaf and make it like a little pumpkin hat, which is so, you know, aptly named since the colorway is pumpkin itself. But thank you so much for watching. Like I said, this is one of more to come. Definitely getting more in there next time. But yeah, thanks for watching and take care. Bye.